I think I totally screwed up that intro. I don't know how to do these countdowns. I don't use StreamYards that much. I was asking the Entitlement Translator for her assistance, technical stuff. But I think it worked. Did it work? Kind of, sort of.
Well,
Are you watching the outside?
You're
I think
live now.
I believe that I am live. Yeah, I believe I'm live. And I think I got most of the countdown. So I don't know. Well, we're going to go with it. Nobody really cares. It's the countdown. It just gives it, 30 seconds where people can show up if they decide to show up or if they care enough to show up. But anyways, okay, so let me kind of like walk people through this real quick and kind of tell people what we're going to be doing here, because even though there's a little bit of spur of the moment, it's something that I wanted to do for a couple days. I am very tired as usual, but I am off this weekend. And so I've had people message me left and right over the last week. A lot of things dealing with things are going on in what Roadhog calls the YouTube community. Now, I have no problem with that term, actually. I say that I'm not in any communities other than the Great Debate community. But if you want to say that I'm part of the YouTube community, I don't really take umbrage to that. And so I had a lot of people message me what's going down. And I wanted to give maybe a little bit, like 1 or 2 minutes, if that, about my personal views on some of this stuff, and then bring in the Entitlement Translator, who's already here. Hi, Entitlement Translator, to kind of translate some of your guys' questions and answers and maybe anything you guys want to know. But real quick, let me just get this out of the way. I know there's a lot of stuff going on between content creators right now, especially dealing with Roadhog, T-Spiracy, Ren, Jesse, et al. And here's my take on it. Look, I only can deal with how people treat me. And I mean, to a certain extent, how they treat other people to a certain degree, but I have to pick my battles very carefully. I got to tell you straight out, I've never had an issue with Roadhog. I've never had an issue with T-Spiracy. I've never had an issue with Real Entertainment News. I don't get involved in the things that they talk about. It's just not my purview. I do philosophy stuff. I do science stuff. I do interview stuff. Where their issues with each other, yeah, I'll kind of have my own views a little bit on it, but it's nothing that I get involved with. That's why I haven't weighed in on it. So when I have people coming to me, asking me to weigh in on stuff, it's no reason to. Now, I understand there's people coming to me because some of the stuff may affect me, and I appreciate that. I really, really do. And those people that have been DMing me, I give them, straight up answers. But, for the most part, look, Roadhog has never done a damn thing against me. Even T-Spiracy, I've always got along with her. I don't have any issue. And do I like who, like T-Spiracy hangs out with? No, but she's a big girl, right? I mean, I'm not going to tell people who they can and cannot hang out with. And I barely know Ren, so there's just nothing I can say to add in to any of this stuff. So maybe you guys want to ask me some questions, or Entitlement Translator some questions about the drama, because she knows everything about this stuff. She just like lives it, right? So I thought it'd be fun. You can unmute now, by the way. I give you permission.
Sorry. No, I'm going over everything. I'm not signed into anything yet. That's why I'm sorry. I'm signing in though now. We're good.
Oh, you can't do it by memory, some of the stuff that's been going on?
No, no, I can absolutely do it by memory. I just can't chat. That's all.
I got you. Yeah, I'm in the chat there. So what do people want to kind of know? Like I said, very lighthearted. I'm not into like this drama shit any longer. I try to weigh in. I try to do the right things, but here's what I learned. No matter how good natured you are, no matter what good intentions you have, whatever you do, you're going to get fucked. That's it. Let's be realistic here. I mean, should I just call you Untitled Translator, or do
not call me ET. Just don't call me that. Okay. I don't care. You can, okay.
How about the big E?
Okay. You could just call me Aaron or whatever. Yeah. I mean, it's okay.
I like calling you Aaron, but you're not here as Aaron today. You're here as the Entitlement Translator.
All right, fine. You can call me ET then, I guess. Whatever.
That's good. It's my channel. I'll call you what I want. Okay. No, I like Aaron. I like Aaron. Okay, so like I was saying, the people that have been messaging me, I think most of them, I like to believe, are really, looking out for my well-being, and I totally understand that. But there have been one or two. And these are not big content creators. I mean, in fact, the people that message me doing this are not even content creators, but there have a few people that have been messaging me trying to get me involved in stuff that why am I going to get involved? Look, it doesn't behoove anybody for me to weigh in on situations where, one, I don't have all the facts because I haven't been around. And two, why would I try to piss somebody off that I have no reason to, that's never done anything against me? And again, and that includes all 3 of the content creators that are seemingly having beef right now. None of them have done shit to me that I've seen. Right? I don't, and maybe they've done shit to each other. Maybe we can duke it out. Maybe we can have them have a free for all summit, or I guess, now that you and I think like the whole cult leadership is going to be determined by new Jello wrestling. I guess people voted on 126 people. I think voted on that. Like 50% wanted you guys to like duke it out in Jello to determine who gets the cult. Good luck with that.
Wait, who does Aaron have to Jello wrestle with?
It came down between you and Roadhog. However, there was some nice write-ins. Mrs. Roadhog was written in. Brandon had nominated her. I thought that was fine.
I'd rather wrestle her than Jello than him. Can we do that?
I think most of the people on YouTube would rather wrestle her. I don't watch Roadhog for him. I watch it for her. She's like cool as shit. Sorry, Roadhog. He's never going to talk to me. Actually, he understands that. He gets it. He totally gets it. If he doesn't realize now, most people just watch for Mrs. Roadhog, then whatever. But no, it's kind of narrowed down. I guess Cheshire was somewhat in the lead for like 1 or 2 votes. And then Tina was kind of disappointed. She wasn't in the running. I think what it's going to boil down is who bought the most amount of robes. I think we should give it to that. But if you guys want to like duke it out in Jello, that's fine too. I don't really care. I don't have time to figure out who wants it. And you don't do anything anyways. It's kind of an easy job. What are you going to do? Nothing?
It's not a job. I mean, it's a calling. It's not a job.
Who's doing the calling? Because I usually people call me as a wrong number. I'm not kidding, man. I got a phone call. I jumped out of bed. My cellular phone hardly ever rings because only a handful of people has that number. My daughter has it. Jessar has it. Reds has it, and that's about it. There are very few people have that number, right? So that number rings. It's usually pretty shitty information, right? Because every time that phone's ring, it's always been bad news when somebody calls. But it rang early and I jumped out of bed and it was like that one of those, this is Andrew. Are you there? It's a pre-recorded, right? It's like,
Andrew calls you too?
Yes. Andrew calls me. It's like, are you there? I can't hear you. And I'm like, oh fuck, man. Yeah. I always hang up after I hear that. Right. And I did it today because I didn't even think about it because I thought maybe it was somebody at work. But I was waiting for the, so what do they say? Your car warranty is about to expire. Please press 1 to renew your car warranty, something like that.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I thought I was the only one who got those awesome calls for car warranty. I mean, I have so many car warranties. Like, I don't even have a car.
Same here.
One, kind of.
I don't get it.
I didn't get a warranty on the car I owned, though.
Well, I don't have a car either, so I'm supposed to renew warranties. Anyways, Jim Jules is out there in the live chat. Hi, Jim Jules. It's been a day. By the way, I think I put on a pound or 2, and I don't know how. I'm literally working my ass off. I eat far less than I used to. I mean, I know my caloric intake is low, but for some reason, I seem to be gaining a little weight. Not much, but notable. I don't know why. Yeah, whatever. I'll talk to Jim Jules about that. She is my guru go-to, what is it, dietitian?
Well, yeah. I mean, it depends on, because like some jobs just make you get so hungry or you only have a limited time or a specific time to eat. So you just end up eating whatever you have access to quickly. So
and it's crap. Yeah.
Healthy. Yeah.
I've been eating
loaded with carbs
shit.
Usually. Yeah.
I'm going to go shopping this weekend, but I didn't have time. So for the last week, because it is season, it's going to be hell. And so I was like, okay, I'll grab Del Taco today. Oh, McDouble sounds good. So it is my week to just eat shit. But I'm going to stop that as of next week and actually try to eat healthy again because I enjoy eating healthy.
You should see the shit that Uni eats, though. It's not good. I mean,
okay. First of all, I never want to see him eat anything. Matter of fact, I don't even want to see him do anything, to be honest with you. Why do you watch him eat?
He eats the hopes and dreams of kittens.
That's true. That is his main diet. Is just basically, eating the hopes and dreams of children and kittens, and then shitting out whatever comes out of his channel.
They just walk around aimlessly throughout life after that. I don't know, so sad.
I think I could actually, if I'm not mistaken, click on something and it should come up on the StreamYards, right? How do I do that? Comments. Okay, let's see. Jim Jules. Look at that. Whispers. Hi, Steve.
Oh, yeah.
Yes. Why is she whispering? Let's see. Gob says, who is this beautiful woman on the right side of my screen? My name is Steve McCrae. I'm not new to YouTube. That's the other one. He may not know who you are. Would you like to introduce yourself?
Who's right?
Yeah, well, on the right. Look,
you could be the beautiful woman.
I could be. No, I can look great in a pencil dress. Okay, I got the legs for it, but I think he's referring to you.
Hi, I am Erin. I have a channel, EKC People Talk, but here tonight, I'm here as the Entitlement Translator, and I'm here to answer all your questions regarding Katie and Unirock, because like I translate for them,
or any other content creator stuff. She's kind of branched out since that. She started with Katie, then kind of moved on to Unirock, and then kind of, I guess, anybody he's translating. I liked your last video. Last video was really good because I never heard of that person before. Words have power.
Oh yeah, I'm very good at translating the entitled suburban like white women.
You are.
I don't know. I relate to them.
You got it down to a knack. You must have been a really good entitled suburban white woman at one time. Because you've walked in those shoes at some point because you just do it too well. Because I think it's brilliant. Like I said, I watched your last one, and people know that I got along with you ever since I watched you on your first translation videos or translator videos. I was like, man, this is good. I like creativity. I like art. I like parody, and I found it to be entertaining. Which I'm going to watch something that I find entertaining, right? And we've got along ever since. But the last one I watched with you, I didn't know who the hell this person was, but God, did you do a brilliant job in diffusing it. So it was weird. I don't know who she was, but she doesn't like you.
No, she doesn't. Oh my God.
What'd you do? I mean, you're kind of a likable person. I've never had a reason to not to like you, but she hates you.
I left a comment on one of her videos, and the comment, though,
what?
I may have been a little snarky in the comment. I'll say that much. But I wasn't mean. I wasn't rude. I just suggested that if she wanted to be left alone by someone who she called abusive, then maybe she should stop doing 2, 3, 4, 5-hour streams about him, talking shit about him all the time. And
I can't do a 5-hour stream any longer.
It's just, no. I should have known better than to assault her like that with my words. I don't know. Well,
you could be kind of caustic sometimes, but that's what you do. But whatever it was, it really put a bee in her bonnet. Because I was like, wow, who is this person? I don't know who they are, but they don't like you. I do think you have a secret admirer now that is not so secret. Gob Barrett, who I've known since the early days of the GDC. He's been around a very, very long time. Relatively harmless, as long as he doesn't know where you live. He says, thank you for the explanation, but your beauty has me so mesmerized that I'm having a tough time concentrating. That is actually kind of sweet.
And it's only a small little Snapchat filter. It's not even a big one.
Do they have different levels? Do they have like degree 1, 2, and oh my God, who is that?
No, like, see here, I'll take it off for a second. Seriously. All right, ready?
Yeah.
No filter.
I don't see a bit of difference besides a little less lighting.
No filter. I don't think there's no filter. Wait, is there?
Yeah.
No filter. Yep. Filter. See?
Wow, it looked a little bit radiant. That's all it does. It kind of adds like a little bit of
and it does kind of hide some of the wrinkles a little bit. So that's why.
Oh, Jesus Christ, wrinkles! She's younger than me. She ain't got no wrinkles. I don't have many wrinkles either. I'm starting to get little crow's eyes, but that's about it. Because man, I've been tired lately.
But thank you very much for the compliment, Gob Barrett.
See, and she takes it as a compliment. It was a compliment. Just don't ever call her. Just kidding.
Sexually harassed me.
Manya says, I don't see a difference without the filter. Yeah, it's very subtle. It's just a little bit of lighting, right?
Yeah. It's also because I have my computer lamplight shining like right on the camera, kind of. So that works too as a filter.
Gob says, leave filter off. Are you going to obey? No. She's not that kind of woman to obey a man just by taking a directive like that. Well, at least not in public. Let's see here. John says, I can't remember Erin ever being mean to anyone. Oh, what? No, everything. I haven't seen her be mean. Caustic, maybe, but that's part of the charm, right? I don't mind caustic. Look, I mean, I have a thick skin when it comes to that stuff. Look, I'll listen to Roadhog, and he swears like a sailor, but I get that because, well, I used to be a sailor. That shit doesn't bother me. That doesn't
Listen,
even get on my radar, you know?
listen, in all seriousness, like not even as a translator, as Aaron, one of the reasons why I think I'm able to kind of just understand a lot of like what some of these mean girls or whatever are saying on social media is because I was a really good mean girl for at a time, like through most of my 20s and a good chunk of my 30s. So yeah,
I want to see Aaron as a mean girl. Wouldn't that be kind of cool?
no, you don't know.
Yeah.
It's not. I like
Yeah.
thankfully I like when I was growing out of that when Facebook came around. So there's but just as Facebook was starting, I was still kind of kind of a bitch. And but that presented me, I think that's kind of what woke me up to it because you get like the reminders or whatever, or someone's there's activity on a post, so you're reminded of it, and then you see the
Mm-hmm.
video that you posted, or you read the words that you wrote, and after some time you look back and you're like, what the fuck was I thinking? Oh my
I
god,
get that.
and
Yeah.
that woke me up to so much of my behavior, and and I'm thankful for that. But yeah, I mean,
I know, I get it. Look, I'm the first to admit there have been times where I could been a dick to someone and probably they didn't deserve it. That happens.
mhm,
I mean, obviously my excuse is like, look, I deal with a bunch of shitty people, so maybe I do have a quick fuse on it. I admit that. But here's what I do when somebody that I have, maybe come across too harshly with or been a dick to, you know what I do? I tell them I'm sorry, I didn't mean to, or in some way let them know it wasn't intentional, or I didn't mean to come across that way. Or if I actually did mean to come across that way, I just like, I take it back and I apologize, right? So we all could be that way because it happens, but that's not our nature. Does that make sense? I mean, just because we can have an
right,
outlier and be like you said, anybody can suck every now and then, right? People suck.
mhm,
So look, I'm not going to try to pretend to be some kind of perfect virtuous person. No, I strive to be, don't get me wrong. But I mean, I have moral failings just like anybody else. And I could be an asshole to somebody just like anybody else. But again, I only try to be an asshole to people that really deserve me being an asshole to them. And I've gotten better at it. I hope so. I mean, Cheshire has given me tips. She just says be an asshole to everybody. But I try to narrow it down.
okay. I was gonna say, I don't, I'm shocked that you're listening to tips, but I'm shocked that Cheshire is giving you tips. I mean,
Cheshire gives me good
I
advice
bet
most of the time. Yeah.
I can kind of see her being an asshole when it's
She
justified. When
don't
it's
think that she
justified.
can't. Are you kidding
But
me?
yeah, I mean, like I'd be afraid to have her come at me. Like I'd be like, I can't hear you. I can't hear you.
Yeah, but here's the difference. What people don't understand, I've known Chess a long time, long before she even came on video and YouTube and all that stuff. And I knew her from Twitter days, like when I first started getting on Twitter. And here's the thing: when we were at a prom, we talk like adults, and there's she knows I would never do anything ever to harm her in any way, shape, or form,
Right.
even if she screwed me the fuck over, just like Kyle did. I couldn't do anything to retaliate or harm her. It just wouldn't be my nature to do so. So when she gives me advice, I'll take it or leave it. But if I leave it, she doesn't like want to end my YouTube career and doesn't want to go after me like some kind of McCrazy, and vice versa. I give her advice. Sometimes she takes it, sometimes she doesn't. Sometimes it was good advice, sometimes it wasn't. It's just that's how people interact.
Mhm.
There's no such thing as a litmus test when it comes to a true friend.
Right. Yeah. No doubt.
So, anyways, yeah. Speaking about litmus tests, that's I guess kind of dives back into what we were talking about with some of the other content creators. Because I don't really have a one topic litmus test where I'm going to say, oh, look, this person doesn't agree with me, therefore I'm going to not have anything to do with them, or this person thinks this way, or this person's done this way, or done that thing. The only time I'm going to have a position where I'm just going to be like, look, I'm not having anything to do with this person is when they're harmful, when they're dangerous to other people, when they're evil, when they're toxic, when they're just not a good person as a whole. I'm not going to have anything to do with those people. But like I said, all of them, Roadhog,
Right.
T-Spiracy, and Ren, they've never done
I
fuck all to me. So why would I go after any of them? I have no reason to.
Well, I look at it like this too. I mean, because I caught a lot of shit over the whole just being friendly with Ren, for example, and
Mm-hmm.
I know some people had made their comments or whatever with me just being friendly with Roadhog. Well, and they use these like impossible purity tests or whatever, and they apply it to YouTube creators. To them, I want to ask, and most of them are women. That's why I'm going to phrase it like this.
It is true.
If you're going to apply the same standards to YouTube creators that you apply to, say, the person who might become your husband, then you're not going to find any channels to watch, really. I mean, if you're insisting on someone make all the same decisions that you require of someone intimately in your life, that, you know, you're going to require that of a YouTube channel or a content creator, then you're not going to watch anyone.
Absolutely.
You know?
Yeah. And that's it. The purity test just doesn't work.
Yeah. And why would you? Because I mean, it's something you're watching to pass the time, probably, you know. Why would you want to apply these impossible standards for just, you know,
yeah, because you're gonna have a circle of nobody. Look, there's a lot of content creators that I don't agree with. Why? Because I don't agree with them. Doesn't mean I hate the person. Erin and I have had disagreements, and I've watched one of her videos where she shat all over me, but she didn't do it with hostility. She didn't do it with anger or vengefulness or spite. In matter of fact, she didn't really disagree with me on much, but she had to throw something out there just to soothe people going, "Oh, Steve." But I get it.
You didn't see the blooper reel, so I mean,
yeah, that was what ended up on the cutting room floor was the real good stuff. But, you know, I didn't take it personally. I didn't go, "Oh my God, Erin said some bad shit about me. I'm going to spend the rest of my life going after her." No, I was like, "That's cool. I don't really think that's true, but maybe she has a point. Maybe she doesn't." But you know, who cares? I respect Erin, and she had reasons for what she said. You know, so yeah, I think that people that apply these ultimate purity litmus tests, they don't really have any true content creators or friends that they really can rely on, because anytime somebody that's around them says anything they disagree with, they're just going to lose their shit and go, "Why aren't you calling this out? Why aren't you doing that?" Because it's not my fight. I'm not a fucking weapon to be used against people. And again, only a handful of people have been tried to do that. And no content creators that I could think of per se. But it's like, I'm not like, for example, like you know that I adore Susan. Right, Suzanne from Costa Rica, right?
Yeah, right.
I absolutely adore her. She has beef, or Roadhog has beef with her right now. You look, not my fight. Do you think I'm going to white knight for her? Nope. Do you think I'm going to stand up for her? Nope. Why? Because she doesn't need it. She's a strong, independent woman that can, you know, figure it out on her own. Now, if she wants my help, then I'll say maybe I can, like, you know, intervene or something. But why would she want that? But I'm not going to say, "Oh, look, I disagree with you on this," or agree with you on this. And if you don't agree with me, I'm not going to have anything to do with you. Who does that?
Mm-hmm. Exactly. Yeah.
So, anyways, that's my little spiel. What say you guys? Speaking of, it's like Dottie Morgan out there, you know, I barely know Dottie. From what I do know of her, I've always gone along with her. Never had an issue with her. I think we've spoken maybe twice on Discord. If I really had to guess, I think it's once, but I'm going to go with twice just in case. And yet, you know, people are messaging me thinking that Dottie was like my right-hand man or something, that we had like some, like, I don't know, YouTube thing business going on or something. I'm like, I don't know what the hell you're talking about. Dottie, I barely know Dottie, but like I said, never had an issue with her. She seems cool, but I don't know why people think there's weird relationships are just not there, especially when they know that, you know, Cheshire is my partner for Caffeine Corner, for Judgment Call, and hopefully, you know, maybe one day again, Non Sequitur Show. And matter of fact, I really can't stand when people talk for me, right? When people use my name, 95% of the time they're going to get it wrong. However, Cheshire is probably one of the very few that can use my name and get it right. If she says something on my behalf, I'm probably going to go with it, because she's probably, I know she has my best interests in heart, and two, she's probably right on it, right? So if she's using my name just to make a point, or to say, you know, Steve's position is this, then that's fine. But if you're not Cheshire, don't do it. Just stop, because you're most of the time people don't get it right because they don't talk to me. That, I mean, there are people that have been saying that Steve believes this, and this. I don't think I've ever talked to in a hangout before. Maybe once, you know, but it's like, how do you know my position? You never asked me.
I don't know.
Dottie says, "I heard a rumor over the summer you sent me on vacation when I went to Florida to keep me out of the spotlight and quiet." Wait, is that legit?
What I heard, I know what she's talking about.
All right, do it as an entitlement translator.
No. Okay, well, you see,
translate this for me.
Uni figured out, okay, that because that you all were running from the law. So, Steve, you sent your cult members away. And like Tina, she was at it. She even posted some salt picture or whatever, some salt land or whatever. That's where she was. And you, Steve, you went to like Boston or something to talk to the FBI. And Dottie, she just like drove, she headed for the border.
It is so hilarious that because I remember telling Cheshire, I was like, man, the people are gonna freak. When I go to Boston, right next to where I was staying, there was the FBI building. It was like right around the corner, like across the street. I'm like, oh, I have got to get a picture of myself, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
There.
See,
Yeah,
like that just happened. I mean, come on. Uni figured
right?
it out. Uni knew what you were really doing there. So.
I can safely tell you with absolute certainty that the FBI has never contacted me in any way, shape, or form. Nor has any police officer or nothing. I mean, any law enforcement. Although I kind of wish they would, because man, I got some stuff to tell them. But yeah, they don't give a shit what I have to say. Why they don't? Why would they? You know?
Well, like what? Like, what do you have to? Because like Uni's in contact with the FBI. So,
yeah,
I mean,
well,
he could pass it along probably.
I got some connections on that side. I'll give him some stuff.
He cracked the whole like Nat case. Uni did that.
Yeah, he's got great powers of discernment. So legit, people were saying that Dottie went. First of all, if I'm going to go on vacation or send somebody on vacation to Florida, I'm going either with them or on my own. Yeah. Sorry, Dottie. But no, she's serious. That legit was a rumor.
Yes.
Why Florida?
It was. I'm not sure why. Why? I mean, maybe Uni knows why she went to Florida, but he didn't reveal.
I want to know what Dottie knows that's so secretive.
But I mean, but we did notice though that you didn't bother to send EKC out, so that's why we wonder if she's.
I'm giving you the entire range of the operation. You just got to Jello wrestle for it. But yeah, this is actually serious. This is the first I've heard of this, so this is interesting. So yeah. I'm trying to think what Dottie what anybody could think Dottie could possibly know that'd be of any consequence to anyone. Because like I said, I've talked to Dottie, I think twice maybe on Discord. And Dottie, well, does Dottie want a link? Because I don't know how many times I've talked to her, but it hasn't been very many. Yeah. Oh. It just hasn't. I mean, do we go in different circles?
Listen, man, Uni and Katie know what they're talking about. All right.
Clearly.
They know all. They got all the goods on you guys. Okay. Like Dottie, her whole thing is like, I guess she met the unicorn maybe or something. So yeah.
Wait, the golden unicorn?
I don't know. No, not the one in chat here. Some other unicorn. Okay. I don't know. It's like she's like the unicorn whisperer or something. I don't know. But
I've seen unicorns a lot lately, and I don't know what it's referring to. I thought it was some kind of inside joke.
I think it's like the spirit animal of Uni and Katie. I think that's what it is.
Oh, unicorn. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Imaginary animal. Suzanne says Uni never leaves his basement, and I feel like it smells rancid, like rancid taco meat and stale Doritos. I think it's probably way worse than that. Suzanne, like I said, I don't follow any of that stuff because I have been busy, like really busy in real life, and I don't give a shit what Uni thinks. He's just absolutely insane, and I'm mocking him incessantly when I hear stuff like this in my head, going, God damn, is he really that fucking stupid to believe this stuff? No, I don't think I'm not saying this on record. Uni is an idiot, but he knows it's all bullshit. He just does it because, he has one, people that actually do believe it, which is scary as fuck. And two, it gives him a little bit of narrative because he likes to LARP. Other than that, I ignore the fucker. After this stream, I'm not going to probably mention his name for another month or so. Why? Because I don't care. He could do his thing. He talks about me all the fucking time. Well, but do I talk about him? No, I got other more important things. Yes, even Suzanne doesn't follow him. But anyways, that's all I give a shit about Uni. So what else? That's interesting, Dottie. I had not heard that before. Let's see here. Ash Scott says it's someone who is using Tinder looking for a couple who are looking for a threesome. I don't know what that refers to, but that sounds a lot more interesting than what we're talking about. Yeah, what is that?
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, we want some info here, Ash Scott. Yeah, because that actually sounds a lot more interesting than some non-existent cult that Uni wants to have his followers believe that there actually is, which
Yeah.
I don't. You know what's funny, Aaron? What the? Let me ask you. Doesn't
Oh,
a cult?
unicorn. Okay.
Doesn't a a uni? Oh, that's what a unicorn is. Oh, she's trying to explain what a unicorn is. Oh, interesting. I didn't know that. I'm gonna have to like try that out. I mean, never mind. But doesn't a cult have very specific beliefs? Like what would, if we had a cult, what would be our beliefs that would be like something that would be cult like? I mean, obviously it's not even religiously oriented, right? Because we're all non-believers as far as most of us, I guess.
Well, I mean, from what I understand, your cult, from this is what Uni has deduced anyways through all of his, amazing research skills and everything. But the purpose of your cult apparently is to paint your hair silver.
Oh,
I
well, silver is nice, and I know that Christy Santiago went silver. I wanted to go darker, although I put it too dark, and I've got some hair tips of how to lighten it up, which I'm going to try. But yeah, that might be so. So our belief is that silver hair brings you closer to godliness or something, maybe.
Silver hair just it shines your brilliance into the minds of everyone around you, and you have this ability with your silver hair, and Uni wants it. I mean, first Uni, has to take off the bandana and then do something with his hair.
Like wash it, maybe.
I don't know.
Condition.
I didn't say it. No, his hair smells like roses. It smells beautiful. Anyway,
I use pomegranate just to let you know.
Okay.
Yeah, good stuff. Yeah.
Silver pomegranate. Ooh, that does smell nice.
Pomegranate's nice.
So yeah, but he wants your ability though to just shine his brilliance into the minds of everyone. Imagine the world that would be if we all thought like Unirock.
I would walk off the flat earth backwards. Jamie says this, and I thought this was, she says that Suzanne, I was really disappointed to hear how Roadhog went after you. He couldn't get your name right. It is Suzanne, but Roadhog has never been great with names. And look, I hope both of them. I adore Suzanne. I really do. She knows that. And I got no beef with Roadhog. Maybe they can work things out. Maybe I'm hoping that they can. I don't like seeing them kind of go after each other. So that's the only thing I'm going to weigh in on that, because I don't know what actually the beef is per se. And I don't really want to know, if that makes sense. But I'm just hoping they kind of maybe do move past it. Because, there's so many other crazy shit going on, like, the Uni Rocks nonsense. Kawasa 10,001, PSA to all cult members. This year's cult bake-off and puppy kicking contest has been canceled to next month. Contact your local handlers for more information. Oh, no puppy kicking contest? I was really looking forward to this year.
No, instead it's going to be a rabbit kicking one.
No, I like rabbits. No, I like puppies too. So, God, I don't want to kick any animal.
No, fine, I guess. I mean, just rabbits. I mean, sure, you shouldn't kick rabbits, but damn it, they pretty much deserve it. I'm just saying.
Yeah. Suzanne says the beef I was nice to Ren. I'm not going to fight with Roadhog. Yeah, no. Look, I don't have any beef with Ren or Roadhog, and I have no intention on having any beef. Matter of fact, Roadhog did message me directly. It was nice. It was cordial. I would expect no less from him. We had a nice, short little conversation because I was a little bit busy at work. But I have asked people, look, if you got information or something that you think may not be correct, or something told you something, especially about me or whatever it is, come to me directly, and that's fine. And he did, I would expect him to. That's what I'm asking for. And so, why would I have any beef with Roadhog for all? It makes no sense to me. I don't know Ren very much. I don't go to his channel anymore. If he comes to my live chat, I'll say hi to him, but I don't hang out with the guy. I don't, again, you cannot isolate every content creator that you have issues with or other people have issue with. You're going to have nobody. Maybe if something is really, really egregious, I get it, but I don't know if anything's reached that point yet. But until somebody like Ren's not nothing against me, and certainly Roadhog hasn't. He's been nothing but cordial to me. So I think Suzanne would understand that. Suzanne's never come to me and said, Steve, I want you to fight my battles for me. Hell no.
I don't see. No, that's not Suzanne.
Shit, she scares me. I'd be like going to her. Can you fight my battle for me, man? She's like, she's a weapon. Let's see here. Justin said Uni was a QAnon followers before he had a falling out with Defango. I remember that. And Defango trolled him into thinking Q was a real person. Yeah, I kind of remember that story. Yeah. Yeah, well, yeah, Uni is a conspiratorial, nutter. That's all. But like I said, I know T-Spiracy is a fan of Uni. I don't care. Whatever. It's her deal. I don't have an issue with her. She wants to watch Uni stuff. Who am I? Why would it matter whether I agree with that or not? I don't tell people, hey, don't watch this content creator. I just say, hey, look, this content creator is a piece of shit that puts out, absolutely morbidly, grossly wrong information. If you want to watch it, knock yourself out. But I'm not going to just say, oh, you watch this person, therefore I won't talk to you. No, T-Spiracy's messages me stuff. We did have a conversation. Yeah, fine. That's what I asked. Right. So,
Yeah. And, and again, it's content creators. Okay. We're not picking them for a husband. We're not sleeping with them or whatever. We're not becoming best friends. We're not standing up for each other in their weddings.
Ren is not my type.
Content creators. Yeah. It's content creators. I mean, what does it matter if you don't like them?
That's exactly it. It's again, yes, these are content creators in YouTube. And again, what's funniest part is all those content creators are so outside of my normal, type of content, right? I look, if Ren or T-Spiracy or Roadhog or even Suzanne want to go do philosophy stuff, knock yourself out, right? But I don't think that's what they want to do. Well, at the same token, I don't get into the commentary stuff.
They're sane. Why would they want to do philosophy?
It does suck. Yeah. But what I do is completely different than what they do. I don't get into commentary stuff. I don't watch these shows. I don't know freaking Teen Mom from Love After Lockup. I've never watched any of this shit that has to do with entertainment TV. Nothing. In fact, I haven't even watched Chris Lee Knows Best. I hear it's funny. I hear the guy's funny, but I've never watched the show. So I don't think that we have anything to do with each other. So why there would be people trying to get me involved in their, I guess, beef is beyond me, because it's just like I have nothing to do with any of this. Doesn't mean I'm going to talk shit about them. Doesn't mean I'm going to weigh in, because I may not. Because again, as Roadhog said, if you don't want to be brought into something, don't weigh in on it. If you want to, if you want to weigh in on it, you're weighing in on something that's going to be open for scrutiny. Have I weighed in anything? Nope.
If you weigh in on it, don't do it through a comment on a video, because months later,
that can be taken out of context too, right?
Being talked about.
Yeah, the thing with weighing in on a if you do it's like a drive-by comment, right? And if you just throw something out there in the interwebs on a comment, it could be explosive. I mean, do you remember back in 2019 on, I believe it was July 15th or June 15th? Man, whatever.
I remember. I know. Yeah, I know exactly what you're doing. What?
The comment out of nowhere, Steve sexually harassed me. Oh. What? What? Wait a minute here. What the fuck did that come from? But that was something that's thrown out in the live chat, right? It's like, what? Mm-hmm. By the way, I'm suing that person. But when you throw out these great grenades,
that person's suing you. That person's suing you. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a hell of a case right there. So much fundamentally wrong there. It's ridiculous in her lawsuit to me. But
that's how Uni tells the story.
Oh God,
she's suing you.
No, I know it's quite. She has no case, absolutely no, and she knows that. She even says she was just doing it for leverage. I have a positive defense for everything except the first. I don't require positive defense because it's non-existent. Like literally, she made it up. And it's like, it's funny is because people don't seem to understand delusions don't stand up in a court of law, right? Delusions are not evidence. I know exactly what evidence is out there because I have the evidence that not only exonerates me, but actually shows that somebody had lied, like absolutely lied. That is not made public yet, but it is certainly going to be in discovery. My lawyers have it, and I'm sure her lawyer has it. Well, hang on. We did the initial disclosure. I don't think her lawyer has it yet, but we will have it. But it shows that she has lied without question. And eventually all this will be made public, obviously. I promise you on that. Mm-hmm. There are certain people that have seen it. You've seen it. You know what I'm talking about.
Just I do know what you're talking about.
Yes, she does. All right, so let's get some questions here. I want to have some fun here, man. Because again, I don't want this to be a serious stream because nothing we've talked about was any kind of serious drama. In fact, we didn't even talk about any of the drama. Why? Because we chose not to in this stream because we're not weighing in on the drama. We don't care. We want to have fun. You all could sort it out. Look, but if somebody comes to me and say, "Hey, Steve, I having a problem with this content creator. Can we come on your channel to hash it out and you act as an intermediary or even, even maybe on Erin's channel because she may want to?" I think we probably would. Right? I don't know. Maybe.
Yeah.
I mean, if it's something where I think there's I know two people right now that I think are having minor issue with each other because of miscommunication. And that's hard because when there's a miscommunication, one person says like, I don't want you talking to this other person about what I say and vice versa, blah, blah, blah. And you're like, look, I think there's a miscommunication. It makes it much more difficult to resolve conflicts, right? Because I would like to see conflicts resolved. Maybe that's, you could be the entitlement translator and I could be the conflict resolutioner. I like that. The conflict resolutioner has a ring to it, doesn't it?
Sure. Yeah. I could see you as a mediator. Yeah.
I like to mediate. No, I've done that before. I don't know if somebody wants me to mediate. Laura says, is it true she has a court date in January? I think she has a court date actually at the end of this month or early December, if I'm not mistaken. I'm not quite sure. The communications with the lawyers are tenuous at best. It's very hard to get information from a lawyer, it seems. I don't know why. I've talked to so many lawyers involved with these cases. I have two involved in it. She's got two lawyers for different things. Let's see, then Chrisley has a bunch of lawyers that I've talked to a couple times. It's like I don't know what's going on. People have actually like, say, Steve, what about the class action? I'm like, I have no idea. The lawyers, talked about it once, and then trying to get any information about that, I couldn't get anything. Do I think it's going to happen? I don't know. I doubt it, but I wish I had answers. I don't have, because again, getting information from a lawyer seems to be very difficult. So is a resolution a word? Well, no, probably not, but does it have to be? Right? I can make up words, can I? Would you rather have like the resolutionator?
Resolutionator.
No, I think the resolutionator. Yeah, no, I like that. I don't think it's a word, but I like it.
I see this like a superhero up at the resolutionator.
With a big R on my chest. Here I come to save the day. Yeah, I will mediate your troubles away. There you go. If we had one like that, who would be fun? Who would be two people that we could stick together in a room with me or you or both of us, and kind of try to resolve their issue or issues? Who would be fun? And don't get crazy. I mean, don't get like
right. I got you.
Yeah. Somebody that I could stand actually to talk to.
Well, see, I don't want to pick someone that you've had a past or history with, like I was thinking, like Backwards Barbie and LB, but like, I mean, I don't have a problem
with that.
So,
I'm
I
okay
know,
with that.
but I think that I think picking two people you haven't had any kind of past or whatever would make
Backwards Barbie, I've talked to her a couple times, but as far as any past with, zero. And LB, we've put our differences aside, and so there's no issues there. And plus, people know that I have the utmost respect for Flossie. I adore her. She truly is one of the nicest people I've ever run across on YouTube. And and she acted as a matter of fact, it's funny, she acted as a kind of a mediator between LB and I, and it worked out pretty well. So I mean, if LB and Backwards Barbie wanted to resolve whatever issues they have, I wouldn't be against it. You'd probably be better at that than me, but what issues they got?
As of late, they do. I think I only watched a little bit of a stream by LB, but I guess Backwards Barbie got upset because throughout this shit with the whole Katie and Amy Duggar King thing or whatever, I guess LB didn't come to her defense or something, because Backwoods Barbie believes that she has given all this crazy support and shout outs to LB throughout all that Katie nonsense. And so where was she? Where was LB during Barbie's Katie nonsense? And
Yeah, I
the
can
whole
tell you right
thing's
now,
just
this
crazy.
is not towards LBs. It's not at all.
Right.
This is towards content creators as a whole. You can't expect content creators to just stop what they're doing and come to people's defenses. There are reasons why they don't. I know a lot of content creators, and you know what? I don't go to each one of them and go, "Hey, you didn't jump to my defense. You didn't jump to my defense." Matter of fact, you know how few of them actually even jumped to my defense for the non sequitur show? Very few.
That's the thing. And I mean, it's, if you want to give your support to someone throughout any kind of beef or whatever it is that's going on in their life, that's your right. You have every right to, and that's great, but don't do it and expect something in return.
Right.
Don't, because besides, then it's not even really support. You're doing it. It's a self-serving act. You know, hopefully you're hoping it will be anyways. You know, it's
exactly, you're expecting something in the kind of the future. But I usually, you know, what happens is I will make a stink only when I see somebody who not, you know, defending me when they know it's wrong, but actually actively supporting the other person by saying that they're in the right. Like with Kyle, he had a lot of supporters going, "Oh, look, Kyle did the right thing by kicking Steve off the show, blah, blah, blah." And these were people that I thought were my friends, right? That is no longer remaining kind of, you know, at a distance or not getting involved. That is actively supporting somebody who has literally committed crimes. I mean, that's not figuratively, literally committed crimes. So that I find to be pretty, you know, egregious when I've had so many content creators that I've helped out that just shat on me at first opportunity, thinking, "Oh, you know, Kyle's going to get the channel. Kyle's going to do all this and Steve's gone." And they thought, "Oh, you know, bye, Steve." Well, that didn't work out too well. So for them, did you guys call her Backwards Barbie? Is that, no, it's Backwoods. Is it Backwoods Barbie? I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Backwoods, but backwards.
What is it?
It is Backwoods.
Oh, Backwoods. Yeah. Backwoods
I'm liking the Backwards Barbie.
Oh God, she's going to come after us now. What did we do? What did we do? I'm sorry, Backwoods Barbie.
I don't know. Maybe it just sounded like it did. Maybe I did. I don't know.
I just followed what you said. Cause again, she's talked to me before in DMs and she's always been polite to me. Yeah. Backwoods Barbie has always been polite. But again, most people are polite to me in DMs. And then all of a sudden people send me a clip about, you know, somebody saying something. I'm like, "God damn, what the hell?" I was like, "Where did this come from?" You know,
I don't think I've ever interacted with her in any way or even on her channel until just recently. The video she did about Allie from, you know, Truth Sleuth.
Yes.
I commented on that. Yeah, I commented on that because, well, for one, yeah, I do think Backwoods Barbie was just flat out wrong. But two, yo, you don't want to mess Allie crazy. She crazy.
Allie be crazy. But I gotta tell you, Allie be crazy, but Allie is a content creator that has kept her word to me.
Yes. No, she's a good crazy. She is, but she's still crazy.
Yeah, she has kept her word to me. She has been on the up and up, and that's what I look for. I look for people that I can trust. Because I've probably been fucked over more than any content creator on the fucking platform, by people that I thought were, you know, people that I cared about. And all of a sudden when they find a vulnerability, they strike.
No one has been fucked over more than Katie Joy. No, you can't. You don't get that title. Yeah. That's hers. All right. Listen, you may get to clear your name with this whole sexual harassment thing, but you don't get to take her. You don't get to take her, you know, perpetual victimhood. That she's earned that.
I don't even know how I would be a perpetual victim. I'm one of those people like, "Hey, look, if I'm the victim, let me show you why I am. And two, if you have evidence against that, show it." And that's why there never is. Rose has a great question though. I'm going to ask this to the Entitlement Translator because, you know, as a entitled white woman, I want her to know her opinion on it. Well, as a translator for entitled white woman, a hot dog is a taco with ketchup. Please weigh in.
No, she's saying a hot dog is a taco and ketchup
a nope. Okay, so hot dog is a taco and ketchup's a nope. So basically, taco without ketchup.
Well, I mean, sure, if it's a taco, sure, okay, but hell yeah, ketchup, no mustard. But in all honesty,
we can't be friends.
Why eat the hot? Wait, you can have a hamburger.
We can't. No,
why the hot dog when you can have a hamburger? Probably, usually.
This is a litmus test.
Oh, and it has to be burnt black, like completely like charred black. And then covered in ketchup.
Now you're just being like weird because that's evil. First of all, hot dog is not a taco. Nope. And ketchup. Look, I have no problem with people like ketchup. I'm not a ketchup person. I tend to do mustard or mayonnaise.
Mayonnaise
Ketchup.
on a hot dog? What?
Yes.
You put mayonnaise on a hot dog.
Of course you do.
Get back to Canada. Go.
You don't know what the hell you're missing. Of course you put mayo. And I'm talking mayo, not Miracle Whip, okay? Miracle Whip is still is an emulsification. It's very similar to mayonnaise, but Miracle Whip is a fucking salad dressing. It is not mayonnaise. Okay? It's just not.
It's a suburban entitled white woman's.
Yeah, and it's partly hydrogenated. No, I'll put Miracle Whip on some stuff, but I tell you, I prefer a good mayo. But yeah, I don't think a hot dog is a taco. I'm sorry. Yes. And you want to fight about it?
It can be. I mean, it kind of like looks like
what the hell? People, you guys don't seriously.
But
you guys don't put mayo on a hot dog. Really?
Think about it, because you can have the hard shell and the soft shell. Like the hard shell is you grill the bun, so it gets crispy. Or you can have the soft shell where it's just like a piece of bread and it gets all soggy and shit as you eat it. So yeah.
No. I like when I eat a nice hot dog, I want it smothered in like chili. I want some cheese on it. I want the buns to be firm. I like firm buns. You can quote me on that. And I'll put a little bit of mayo on it. But like I said, no ketchup. No ketchup for me. I want a good what is it? In New York, Coney Island hot dog. That sounds good. With a little bit of maybe was it pickle stuff on it? Diced pickle. That's good.
Oh, the relish.
Like a relish, like a relish.
Like tacos have like the lettuce and stuff, and relish is just like the hot dog's lettuce.
Are you Hispanic? Because if you are, you're the worst Hispanic of all time. You can't get a taco right.
No, I'm not Hispanic.
No.
Although, interestingly enough, my parents opened up a Mexican restaurant where I live. Like when I was like 5. Yeah, they were
awesome.
like they were like the original owners, and then their partners they sold their shares to their partners a couple of years later, and that restaurant stayed open using the same recipes that my father brought to the restaurant back then. It stayed open up until like 2 or 3 years ago.
That would be awesome. Oh my god, like I wish my family would have opened
40
a restaurant.
I don't even know. Almost.
Rose says, "What's a sauerkraut?" I do like sauerkraut. Actually, believe it or not, sauerkraut on a hot dog is really good, freaking good. Yeah.
Yep, with ketchup.
Now you just lost me. Now again, I'll eat it, but if it's ketchup, it has to be very, very light, like just a thin layer. I don't know what it's about ketchup. Like on fries, I don't like ketchup on fries. So, I do like on fries is vinegar. Salt and vinegar is really good on fries. Malt
what are you doing? What are you doing in America? You're not you're.
That's an Eastern thing. That's like like from back east. I went to Rhode Island years and years and years and years ago, and I went to a little out of the way dive, and they had vinegar sitting there, like vinegar, like a condiment. And I'm like, what the hell? I was like, why do you have like cleaning agent on your counter? I'm like, I'm serious. I don't know what the hell it was used for. And they're like, it's for your fries. I'm like, what? I was like, who the fuck puts vinegar on your fries? And I tried it and it was awesome.
I see Rose is Irish. I'm Irish too. Tell me, do the Irish do they or do they not have the most disgusting food ever?
Well, yeah, haggis. Come on. So we're all Irish. Yes.
They boil meat. They boil fucking meat.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of that. Boiled meat is not the way to prepare meat. You don't. Yeah, don't boil it.
I mean, it's like I feel like all the magic and everything of the Irish and their food and everything, all the magic went into all the various different ways to eat potatoes and just like everything else.
Because that's the one thing that they have a staple of is potatoes, right?
Mm-hmm.
Because they sure the hell can't cook right.
No, they can't.
Yeah, who the hell boiled? My mom used to do that though. My dad was Irish, but my mom, who was not a cook at all, when she tried to cook, she would try to make a stew, right? And it basically just put the potatoes, the meats, and everything in there, and just let it kind of like boil. I'm like, look, if you want to put it in a pressure cooker or something, that's fine. But if you just let it boil, all that stuff all the nutrients come out and all the flavor, and then she would pour off the water, so it wasn't even like a broth. And you're just left with these like mushy potatoes and this boiled meats and boiled carrots. It wasn't that great.
The whole point of leaving it on the stove is to get the liquid.
Right, if you're going to keep the broth. Right.
Why would you dump it out?
Like I said, my mom was not a good cook. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. If it wasn't for microwaves, I would have starved to death. People know that I went on a Drunken Peasants. I explained to them what I, construed as pizza growing up, which was just basically white bread with tomato sauce or sometimes Del Taco sauce or Del Taco ketchup or whatever. And then a piece of American cheese. I was put in a toaster oven. I'm like, there's pizza. I was like a kid. I was like 4. What the hell? I know the difference. People mock me for that shit too. I'm like, look, it's 4. Come on. And you're mocking my mom's cooking. At least you tried.
I grew up in where I live in Utica, New York. Okay. The pizza here, like you can't find a more pizza city than Utica, New York. I mean, we got everything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And it's good fucking pizza, all kinds. But yeah, because of how, growing up, it was oftentimes for, when I was really young, it was myself and my sister's home. So we would kind of fend for ourselves for dinner or whatever. And so I grew up around all this awesome pizza with one of the best pizza places, like a block and a half away from me. And one of my favorite pizzas is the Chef Boyardee pizza.
Really?
I love it. Oh my God, the sauce. Oh my God, I love the sauce. And then the cheese. Oh, it's so good. Yeah.
Interesting. I want to put a shout out to Llama Girl, one of the hardest working.
Hey, Llama Girl.
Twitter people out there, I guess, if people have not seen what Llama Girl does on Twitter, they are missing out, because that's how I get 95% of my Katie stuff is watching Twitter, because I don't follow her on anything. I just don't. I've never watched. I guess I never watched in the last 2 years. I don't think I've watched a single IG or video of hers. I just don't. And it's all from like,
she makes it more difficult now too, because she doesn't save them. She'll delete them afterwards or whatever. But Llama, Llama Girl, she's good. Yeah. So yeah. I mean, if it's honestly, there's oh shit, what was I gonna say? There's 3 people that if it were not for them, I would not be able to make like most of the videos I made. And like Llama Girl's one of them.
Yep.
Annie, the Without Any Crystal Balls account. Annie's the other one.
Love her.
And Reekin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, and those are and there's another thing. So the 3 people that I have a lot of respect for, Keon wants to know, is calzone an enclosed pizza?
Oh, it's a Pizza Hot Pocket.
Yeah, that's a Pizza Hot Pocket. I'm gonna go with your answer. It's a enclosed Pizza Hot Pocket. Yeah,
but not to be misconstrued or anything, but like the Minnesota Hot Pocket or the
I was in Dallas not too long
Louisiana
ago,
Hot Pocket.
And in the airport, that's a dirty thing, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Okay, I'm not quite sure exactly what it is, but I'm not going to look it up right now because I don't want to remember. For some reason, I remember looking it up and then blocking out of my mind what it was. It was kind of like one of those what they call it, a Dutch oven. Dutch oven.
Yeah.
When okay, never mind. And there's a never mind. Sidetrack. But anyways, I was at the airport and they were making fresh calzones and they had Stromboli and some a whole bunch of other stuff. And I was like, I'm really hungry. I know it's probably gonna be a little more expensive for airport food. But I was like, how bad could it be? But I got one of the calzones, and I gotta tell you, it was one of the best calzones I ever had in my life. I was blown away how good this freaking calzone was at an airport. But then I was thinking, man, they probably really have to be pretty decent, maybe at an airport. I know, but it was really good.
What's the difference between a calzone and a Stromboli, though? I mean,
well, let's ask Dottie Morgan. What is the difference between Stromboli and a calzone?
Does like one have like the regat cheese or whatever, and the other one doesn't?
This was technically, I think, a Stromboli. It was pepperoni and sausage, if I remember. So, Kino asked, "Oh, what is this?" Kino says, "What happened to my blue dress?" Is that a reference to like Monica Lewinsky or something?
I was going to say, damn it! I was going to say, were you with Bill Clinton?
Yeah, I don't remember, Kino. I was drunk that night, and we were young, if you remember. And I remember you wanted the intern position. That's the only thing I remember.
She wanted to join the cult, huh? Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. I saw a tweet from Monica Lewinsky a long time ago, and it was really funny because she's just like, it was something like worst advice ever. Hey, there's a intern position that I think you'd be perfect for. Somebody tweeted her, and she's like, worst advice ever. That was hilarious. Impeach Steve. Nothing to impeach, man. I'm already like out. I voted myself out. You guys need to find your own leader,
Oh no,
man.
no, you don't get to leave.
The hell I
No,
don't.
no, you don't ever
I've already left.
get to leave the cult.
I've already left. You
No,
you don't even know where I'm at. What are you gonna do? Stick your minions on me? Your two people that watch your, your channel. Okay, you got a lot of people that watch your shit.
It's like Tyler the dude from Fight Club. You know how
Tyler Durden.
He has it set up to where like if the other dude tries to leave or whatever, tries to stop everything, then everyone just kind of jumps and like fucking pounces on him. Says, no, you told us you were gonna do. Well, you told us that you might want to leave the cult someday and to never let you. So yeah, it's not gonna happen.
Have you guys not noticed how little I've been around the internets lately? Huh? It's been nice. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not going to stop streaming. I'm still going to stream, 2-3 times a week.
It's okay.
But I'm not going to be like.
We know where you are every second. It's okay.
I bet one of you guys have tagged me somewhere. I bet somebody probably does. I'm actually surprised that like at work, I'm waiting for that one time somebody like goes, "Hey, I've seen you." I'm not trying to sound like arrogant or ego or anything like that. I'm any kind of big YouTuber. No, but I mean enough people have watched that at least one person out of a few, 100,000 or something like that might recognize you. But so far, nobody. It's okay though. Dottie says, it is like Hotel California. You can check in anytime you want, but you can never leave. Yeah. No,
it's like the hotel raid thing or whatever for the roaches. You may check in, but you may never.
But what's the benefit of sticking around, man? It's the worst cult of all time. There's no benefits. There's no sex. There's no advantages. There's absolutely, even the robes suck.
We have mushrooms.
Well, like for pizza or like more of the, okay.
Well, I mean, you can put them on pizza if you want. I mean,
okay, whatever. Those kind of mushrooms. Yeah. One of these days, I'm going to try that. But no, my only mushrooms I have right now that I'll try are on pizza. Now I have access to some shrooms, but I don't think I don't know, man. I wouldn't mind trying them. Right. I mean, I've talked about microdosing, but every time I talk about it, I'm thinking to myself, you know what? I talk myself out of it. So I haven't tried them yet.
I don't get how people live for as long as you have and never tried. Sure.
Oh, you're saying because I'm a long hair over 50 who was born in the 70s?
No, because you're human.
What a stereotypical
human.
comment. No, I'm kidding.
You're a human who's walked this earth for that long. You just never did.
Okay, so how many people in the live chat have tried shrooms? One if you have. Yeah. And then anything else. So let's find out. And look, Aaron, I don't even have to ask you. Because I know I haven't tried them yet. Like I said, I could get some and I want to. And I think I keep on hearing different things. So no, you've never tried them before. Try 2 grams. Oh, try half a gram. Try quarter ounce. Try 50 pounds of it. It's like, I don't know what the hell. I'm going to tell you.
I mean, when you're talking about microdosing, especially for someone who's never done it before, you want to start out like real small. You want to, if you take it and feel nothing, good. Then that means that that you're safe at that threshold and lower. So
right.
Try and go up a little bit, so.
Nah, if I ever did, I would like to be around people. Just, safety. If I ever go to Canada and meet Cheshire, that'd be like the perfect time because she would not only mock me incessantly while I was microdosing, she would put it on video and try to monetize it on her channel, as I would expect no less from her.
Damn it, you weren't supposed to say anything, Cheshire. What the fuck?
She would. It's fine. So far, no. Everybody's like, no. Okay.
I don't get it.
Yeah, see, you make me feel like I'm some kind of outcast because I never got into the drug scene. I had friends that were into the drug scene. I never did cocaine. I did taste it when I was a kid. Like, how you just like put it a little bit on your gum to see what it tastes like. And I remember being very bitter and like numbed my mouth.
Yeah.
Right. But it didn't have any effect because, I didn't, it was just like a small little pinch, but I was like, yeah, that's nasty. Who wants to stick that up your nose?
Yeah.
But from those who have, no offense, I don't give a shit. People do, but no, I never got into that stuff as growing up. It wasn't. I don't know. I just never had an interest in it.
See, I got a little carried away with the white stuff there throughout my 20s, but that just I grew out of it. You know, just. Like, how a lot of people say like, oh yeah, I don't have a problem. I could take it or leave it. But like most of the people who say that, like, when was the last time they actually left it? Like,
yeah, well,
they haven't.
Well, I said that with alcohol. I haven't had alcohol in months because I just don't care.
when I say that about the white stuff, I could take it or leave it or whatever. What I'm really saying is, yeah, no, I will always leave it. I want, it's not even fun. The thought of it's not even appealing. However, besides, obviously I like the shrooms, but one thing that I don't know, I still kind of enjoy, and I would definitely do, is ecstasy or Molly.
See, I've never tried that either. And I've had friends that have. Like I said, the only thing that's really, I mean, I like the indica because indica helps me sleep. Straight up, I could tell you right now that.
Never did that.
Yeah, indica.
Well, wait, yeah, no, I haven't. No.
You do sativa?
No, what is I don't understand. This is all the pot stuff. I don't really understand.
Yeah,
I don't like it. I don't like pot.
I never did either. But a while back, somebody had hooked me up with very low dosing of indica, and wow, it did make my back not hurt, and I did sleep. So I have no problem with that. Yeah, no, it really did, because I have back pain. People know. I have sciatica. I actually have conductivity nerve loss on my right leg, like 1/3 from the left. And because of this, I have a couple compressed spine, but anyways, it just made it stop. It just literally made it stop. And it wasn't very much. The first time I tried it, I probably took a little bit too much for me, which I think I took 20 milligrams, which doesn't sound like a lot to people that do pot, but for somebody who never really done pot, 20 milligrams was probably too much for me. So 10 milligrams, I thought, yeah, try that. And yeah, it has a minimal effect, but it did make me sleep. But as far as the microdosing, somebody had asked Unicorn says, what is the purpose of microdosing? And I think that's a great question, because I don't know.
Okay. Well, see, now again, first, before I say anything, I'm not a medical professional. I'm not a scientist. I'm not a fucking mycologist either, or botanist, whatever you want to classify it as. So please do not take anything I say as advice. Don't. And if I say something works for me,
we're not glorifying drug use.
Okay. Yeah, exactly. And this isn't about drug use either, at least not any more than like pharmaceuticals, right, besides the whole, fun ones, the narcotics. But no, in all seriousness, for me, anyways, what I get out of it, and I find that I have to take a break from the microdosing at times too, because I feel like my mind gets to a certain point or whatever where I benefit from it, and then I kind of level off, and then I need to back away because then I'm not going to benefit so much. Then it's going to start to be into my detriment. But what I get out of it though, when it is at my benefit, is like I get a little, I don't even get the euphoria so much because I don't take a lot, but I get enough of it to where I don't take everything so serious. My anxiety wears away, especially my anxiety. It does. Exactly. Yeah. It chills you, but not like alcohol does. Like alcohol make you do crazy shit. It's not like that. It just makes you less afraid to do things that you would, not scary shit, but just stuff that's, what's the word I'm looking for? Just more extrovert stuff.
Yeah, no,
stuff. You'll talk to people more freely. Yeah, you'll talk to people more freely. At least I do. I talk to people more freely. I'll make the odd joke or whatever in a video that normally I would be like, I don't know if I should make that joke, and I'll hem and haw over it for like a day or two, But I'll take the chance. I'll take the risk, and like it almost always pays off, And I find that maybe I'm just a little uptight about shit, and this just kind of makes me a little less uptight. But mostly I find that it puts my mind in a place where the little things don't upset me. I still get upset over big things, but even then I don't get as upset. I'm more understanding. I'm more empathetic. I'm more able to listen and hear people, I think. But this isn't to like a huge degree either. Okay. It's noticeable to me. I don't know if it's noticeable to others though. It helps me sleep. It helps keep me interested in things that normally, like in an ADHD kind of way or whatever, like I'll bounce from one thing to another. This will keep me interacted in something, but not overly interacted. You know what I mean? Like I can stop what I'm doing and go do something else if need be. But if not need be, and I need to get something finished, then I'm going to stay and get it finished, So yeah. And I think my writing is better on it too. I don't know.
Yeah, and I could totally see that. And probably I wouldn't need it for that. I'm pretty much an extrovert, I guess. I mean, the reality is in most social settings where it's like, for example, at work, I'm very friendly, I'm very outgoing, but in a party situation, I'm the guy that's sitting in the corner, nursing a light beer, not talking to anybody anymore. I mean, that's kind of like the way I've been for a very long time. I just don't like parties. I don't like groups of people. And so I'm not the social butterfly that I once was in my 20s. But I'm very extroverted when it comes to people, at work or even with, being online. So I don't think I need any kind of microdosing to, for anxiety. I'm not really scared. I'm not scared of public speaking, obviously.
Oh my God. I used to be, oh my God, I used to be so terrified of that. Like I didn't used to be, but then like I was graduating junior high school and I went to a Catholic junior high school. So our graduation was in a mass basically. And I had to give the second reading and instead of saying it was from the so-and-so from the Philippians, I said from the Filipinos. The whole church started laughing. And,
that'd be hilarious.
And it's like, and then like when I was graduating high school, I had to give a speech for this other thing because I went to an alternative high school. Long story. Anyways, I had to give the speech to all the area school board members and stuff. And I just remembered like the Filipinos. And I'm just like, I can't do it. I can't do it. And I like cut my speech in half and just like ran off the stage. And I would not talk or whatever in front of people again for like years until I discovered karaoke.
Yeah,
no,
I've tried that
talk
a few
about
times
anything in front of anyone.
Well, yeah, but it's like, I'm sure that now because you've been on YouTube, the fear of public speaking is probably much diminished. Like I did that epistemological seminar in Texas, and there was only an audience of maybe live 30 people in there, if I had to guess. Hundreds of people were watching, just like any other video that I do. But I mean, I had live people there. Didn't think twice about it. Didn't faze me in the very least. And yet, probably like you said, had it been in high school or something like that, I probably would have been mortified.
Yeah. The age matters. Yeah, definitely.
Yeah. And so I think age and just, even like yourself, even at work, engaging with people and talking to people, I've done that all my life. I mean, I've worked, 20 years. I'm just, like I said, I have to go back to work because I have a lawsuit to fund GoFundMe, which would help out immensely, and I appreciate it. But I am going back, I've gone back to work, paid for this myself too. So I want to fight this. Well, actually, I want to like get some money out of her. I mean, I got a solid case. Somebody had asked, does microdosing cause any adverse side effects? Glazed and confused.
Well, I'm going to say just yes, it can. I mean, anything can really, but if in my experience, like I was saying, how like I think that maybe I think it's a chemical thing. I'm imagining it's a chemical thing. And like, I think maybe something gets a little low or something in my head. And then, that's when I benefit from it. But I think when I get to a certain point, then it stops being beneficial. And it's not that it makes me feel bad or anything like that. Like, it's not horrible, but I feel like it's starting to like I feel like I rode this nice, beneficial train for so long. And now if I keep going, I'm going to start paying for it. So
that's when you probably got to take some breaks. Right.
Yes,
yeah. I mean,
exactly.
Things lose their effectiveness after a certain amount.
But like the effects I'm talking, like nothing physical, although I do find I eat more. So there's that. But I find that I eat better because like I'm all interested in making the food now. So I will make like the best shit but I'll do it often. So, but I find that the negative though, it can, if I write it out too long or whatever, I'll start to just feel sad or tired a little bit, but not overly sad. But like if I stop taking it, then that shit goes right away and I'm fine for like a couple months. And then I start to feel like kind of, this overly anxious and like I got like, I don't know, just like I can't stop thinking about things or whatever that I'm like, it's making me.
Yeah, I know that.
And then I take it and I'm good.
Yeah, that feeling where your brain doesn't shut off.
Yeah,
I have that more frequently than I ever have before, and I got to tell you, it's one of the shittiest fucking feelings in the world. Mm-hmm. When my brain goes in, okay, I'm not trying to claim I'm some kind of fucking deep thinker. That's not at all my claim, but I have a lot on my mind sometimes. And there are certain times where it gets so overwhelming that I'm literally trying to think of every permutation, every combination, every situation possible, every possible outcome. And my brain just I just lose my shit. I mean, it's just, and then I think to myself, okay, here's the reality. Every time I've thought about every possibility of how something's going to happen, guess what happens? None of those come to fruition. It's almost always it's some completely like something you couldn't even in a million years have tried to predict. It comes out of the blue,
Mm-hmm.
every single time. So I've tried to stop doing that because I'm thinking to myself, I can sit here and think about every possible contingency, but the reality is 6 months from now, who the fuck knows,
One of the best, like, I don't know, life lessons or whatever. It was a saying or some shit I heard. And it's like, I heard, like, there's probably 2 or 3 things I've been told by people in my life that stuck with me through my life. And this is one of them, but it's, through my 20s, I worried too much about what other people thought of me. Through my 40s, I stopped caring about what everyone else thought of me. Through my 60s, I realized nobody was even thinking about me at all.
Exactly. That's the way it's going to be. Well,
exactly.
I mean, you're still in your 40s. You have a secret admirer out there that's not so secret. So yeah, you're doing okay. You're doing okay. I'm not telling him where you live, by the way. Rose says we need a pay-per-view event, maybe with a musical or Kay Baxter setting the record straight. I would love that, except that I had somebody mentions to me that I should do a members only stream. Music. They have certain things about.
I'm thinking pay-per-view, like a boxing, like even celebrity deathmatch.
Yeah, well, that would be fine. A pay-per-view. I can't do members only.
A musical. I didn't even read that properly the first time. A musical. I want to see a music. I'm picturing like Buffy the Vampire Slayer musical.
The musical. That would be fun. That would be fun. I've told people long ago I would never do a members only because I think it's just a cash grab, and I'm not into that. I appreciate my members that do support this channel. You get the cool little green thing in your name. So hint, because I'm kind of relying on my members and my Patreons right now and my GoFundMe for my legal stuff, which I'm definitely doing. But I'm not going to have a members only thing. It's just, I can't. I might have a Patreon only thing, but that's fine. But I do want to eventually be able to figure out what I can maybe give the members that is exclusive. I just don't know what, because everything that's relating to like what's going on legally, I want people to know. I've always been open with all that stuff, right? And I have talked to my lawyers and cleared exactly what I can put out. They know it's an extenuating circumstances, and I don't think they really are bothered at all because, like, look, what am I going to put out that's detrimental to my case? I have so much shit; it's ridiculous as far as evidence. I got too much. That's the problem. I've actually had to whittle stuff down. I gave my evidence to Allie. It was like you're not going to finish reading all this in a single sitting. It's just too much. So it's a lot. But yeah, that'd be fun to get Kay Baxter to kind of explain why she had that particular video and why Waxy accused me of shit that she could not possibly have had evidence on because it didn't exist. Go figure.
Well, from what I understand, Waxy didn't say anything like that. Like,
yeah, she actually said that.
Yeah, Waxy's, she
I mean, wait, okay, is this historical revisionism or something? Because that video does exist. I have it. It is in evidence. The lawyers have it. I even said that video was going to be put in evidence. I was very clear on that that video was going to be used in a lawsuit. I wasn't bullshitting. I don't bluff and I don't bullshit. And it is part of the suit as far as the going to be in disclosures. But yeah, I'm not suing Waxy, by the way, but it's just like, yeah, Waxy she lied. Guess fun fact. She lied. It's not a matter of just stretching the truth. It's not a matter of just exaggerating. She outright lied. Now, somebody will say, well, but Steve, she relied on what she was told by Unirock. Okay, first of all, dumb mistake. Second of all, it's still a lie.
No, I feel like I should know. I feel like it's like on the tip of my tongue, but I can't quite recall it. Something happened that pissed her off, and it's something that I did. I think.
Waxy?
Yeah.
Okay. Because I never talked to the woman, not once.
Well, I don't think this whole thing, I don't think she really had much interest in you. I think that like Uni has been gunning for you. I think Waxy was more or less gunning for me, but I'm not, I mean, don't quote me on this. I mean, maybe I'm thinking too much of myself. I don't know.
Okay. I'm not going to hold this against you. This is a safe place. It's a safe zone. Just tell what you think.
But, I mean, part of me wants to say that it was this YouTube community post I put up because I was asking her, it came out, just publicly, and it said, hey, I'm looking to see if, I forget what it was. I was looking for something and I was told that it was in her stream. So I said, but the stream's not up anymore. Do I need a link to, I'm thinking maybe it's members only or something, do I need a link to access it, whatever. And the whole thread just was like dumpster fire, you know? And like, I don't know if it was that or if that turned into a dumpster fire because it was something else. I can't recall, but I feel like that's what was the catalyst to some
I
degree.
couldn't venture a guess. All I know is that I can safely say with 1,000% certainty,
No,
Waxy was dishonest.
right. Dottie Morgan. Wait, was Little Red stream before K Baxter or after? Because you might be right. I think maybe it was the thread that just kind of irritated her, but then on Little Red stream, I think that's what pissed her off.
Okay, real quick. So Mani says, watch my, and by the way, Mani has a great video on this. I watched some of it. Go check out Mani's stuff. Yeah, your unicornus. Watch my live stream to see Waxy do exactly that, and watch Katie Joy repeat her false accusations against Steve. Yeah, because I mean, Waxy doubled down. And here's the thing. I gave her an out because I knew she was full of shit. I mean, I clearly knew that I never had talked to that now person, right? Yeah, I know. Of all people that would know, why would it not be the actual person that people are talking about that didn't know the truth, right? But I gave her an out because I knew she was full of shit. And I figured, okay, look, she may have just played along with whoever narrative she was going along with. And all she had to do was say that, go, look, I got bad advice, bad information. I did put it out there and I shouldn't have. It wasn't factual. And she could have been done with it and walked the fuck away. But I don't get it. I don't understand why people will not just take the simple road. Kyle did it. Look what happened 2 years later. A lot of content creators don't take the simple fucking out. And I don't get it. I'm a very easy person to get along with for the most part. If people just submit, they fucking lied about me. I don't harp on them after that. I'm like, okay, you fucked up. Don't do it again. And I don't care. I don't spend my life dwelling on that shit. But no, she doubled and tripled down on it. And I'm sorry, Waxy, you are a liar. I mean, I don't know how many different ways of saying that. You were dishonest. You lied about me. There was absolutely no evidence you've ever seen, and you damn well know it. I don't know what else you think is possible to where you wouldn't be considered a liar by anybody with 2 brain cells at this point. But anyways, real quick, I want to show this one too. A couple people I put a shout out to. You said you weren't friends with her. I think that Rose was saying.
Yeah.
On Little Red's channel.
I mean,
hi, Little Red.
I wasn't. It's not that she and I couldn't maybe have become friends someday. I wasn't saying like, no, we're not friends. It was like we just haven't had the interaction or the time to develop into friendship. Like we never spoke on the phone. You came on my stream like once, I think, like ever, maybe twice, if possibly. And you say I helped you with a video. Okay, I don't even remember that, but sure, I don't doubt it. Okay, like. That's it.
You had more interaction than her with I ever had. I'd never talked. Like I said, I never talked to her. Little Red says my ears were burning. Well, that's better than some other body parts. Because if that was the case, you might want to see a doctor.
I want to take this moment and I want to apologize to Little Red because in that stream, the question was brought up to me if I consider she and I friends, and like again, I do, and I have considered, and I still to this day consider Little Red and I to be like friends for the most part. I don't feel like she and I have quite had enough time and experience yet, but we were well on our way there. I feel like, like we have talked on the phone before, and and I like Little Red. I've liked her since the first day I met her, and and I apologize for saying, I think it's just with me, it was like a semantics thing or whatever. Yeah. But I absolutely, I felt, and I still feel like a sense of loyalty to you, like I would feel to a friend and everything.
I totally get that. That makes sense.
Yeah. So I apologize for saying.
Well, I do consider Little Red Fred as well. And I remember when people were trying to have anonymity between us, and that backfired spectacularly because they didn't know that I literally had called Little Red on some of my trips. And then I actually took Little Red out to Waffle House. We had a nice little, time together. I actually took her out a couple times just as friends. People are going to like read into that, but I don't give a shit. I could do worse, but Little Red's just a friend. But I don't mean just as an only. I mean, it's well, yeah. I mean, I do mean just as an only, but I don't mean like to minimize it because she is just a friend. We're not anything more than that, but she's a good friend and she's always been a good friend to me. And so when people have this, like trying to get some anonymity between us, I'm like, I was hurt. And I was like, what the fuck is going on here? I was like, another person shout at me. Then, Little Red and I had a talk and it lasted like 2 minutes and we're like, we know what the fuck's going on now. And that was it. That was all. It was over. And we're like, these people are fucking annoying, just to try to spoil our friendship because they didn't realize that we had talked many times, and so, yeah, I love Waffle House. And so whenever I think of Waffle House and I think of greasy, hash browns and sausage and eggs, I think of Little Red. How sweet is that? Yeah.
It's sweet.
She couldn't believe that. She thought I was lying to her. She's like, "You never been to a Waffle House?" I'm like, "No, I've never been to a Waffle House."
I never been to Waffle House either.
Yeah. But I had a good time
to.
with her, and she was very pleasant. She was very cordial. I will say this though: if you've never hung out with Little Red, bring a Monster or Rockstar, a few of them, because that bitch got some high energy. I don't know where she gets it from. She's very petite, but she has energy for days, and I'm like, wow. I would just, yeah. So she's very what's the word?
High strung.
Well, high something. No, I'm not talking about drugs.
No, I meant high strung. I meant actually high strung. But
high energy.
She's very squirrel interested.
Yeah.
Squirrel interested.
All
whenever
natural,
she sees one, she looks.
She was fine. So I was like, oh man, I about 2 hours of her is about most people's probably what they can take, because she's really high maintenance, but I really enjoyed it. I had a good time with her. I would love to do it again. And she's good people. And that's what I look for. Again, this is what I'm saying. People that don't understand, there are real life friendships people make. And Little Red is a real life friend at this point. I've met her, and that to me means something. But even if I don't, there are people that I just talk to one-on-one in hangouts. Those are real friends too. I've never met Erin, but I certainly consider her a friend, at least at the very minimum, an ally. We agree on almost everything. I mean, I would say all the important stuff, and that's what matters. She's not bigoted. She's not racist. She's not a homophobe. She's not a transphobe. She's not an ass. Well, okay. She kind of could be an asshole sometimes, I guess, but that's her job as an entitlement translator. But, she's a good person. That's what I look for. And that's what I hope that a lot of content creators start doing is just, be around people that you want to be around with, be around people that you want to talk to. and that's it. Other than that, the drama is between you guys. I'm not going to get involved with it. God, if I got involved with every piece of drama that Little Red was in, I wouldn't have any friends. She says, and I told him if I had to stand and walk all night, I needed to be fed and also beer. I did feed her. It was after midnight, which is probably what happened. You don't feed Little Red after midnight. But yes. And Little Red, was I not cordial in return?
So. Oh yeah. So after midnight is the church. Okay, and the water is the
mugwise.
Mogwais.
Mogwais. Yeah. Little Red was not accosted. She was not sexually assaulted. Not sexually harassed. The hug was above the waist.
She didn't have to hear about your penis.
Well, no, she tried. She kept asking about it repeatedly, but I was like, "Yeah, that's our first time out, man. Come on." No. Let's see here. What else we got? Oh, I think we're caught up on the live chat. That's it. That's all you guys want to know. I mean, we've been going for about 90 minutes now, so I'm going to be wrapping it up because I don't do long streams any longer. So it's 1 hour, 27 minutes. So what do you guys got before we wrap it up? I know it's late for Erin. She might want to go do some other stuff on her channel because, she has an actual channel. But I'll give it about 3 more minutes and answer any questions you might have. But hopefully you guys got the point of this particular stream. It's just to have fun and say, look, I'm not going to speak for Erin, but I think she's probably going to agree. We can only do so much with other content creators to agree or disagree with them and to weigh in and not weigh in. It doesn't mean that we don't support certain people more than others. And it's certainly silence does not mean that we support somebody. If I silent on an issue, there's usually a very good reason why. And I'm really tired of people filling in the blanks of missing data with bullshit, because that is the number one mistake content creators make, especially when it comes to me, because those are the content creators. One, I know they're full of shit, and two, I will never have them on my stream. I will never be on their streams. I will never have anything to do with them. And and you guys know who we're talking about. There's a whole bunch of them out there that fill in just bullshit. Matter of fact, I watched some of these clips of these small groups of pocket, like in the anti-Katie communities. And I'm like, holy fuck, none of them have a clue what's going on. They get literally everything wrong. And they're damn proud of it. They think they're so, and they're doing investigatory and they figure this out. They figured that out. No, they haven't. No, I can tell you right now, unless you heard directly from me, you might as well just assume it's bullshit, or from Cheshire. Because when I hear people throwing out supposition, it's almost always they treat it as fact, and almost always they get it wrong. But what are you going to do? Listen to Erin. Erin gets things mostly right most of the time. I think she does a good job.
I don't try to. I try to get shit wrong. It's the whole point of making. No, in all honesty, though, if I'm talking about something in seriousness, I try to get it right. And for me, and I feel like what a lot of channels do, like especially people like Katie and Unique, because they stand out the most to me.
Absolutely.
When I think
by far.
when I think of this, it's like it's not about you. Like, I'm not personally invested in what is the truth. I'm personally invested in finding the truth. I'm on the side of the truth, no matter what that truth is.
I agree.
I'm not, if the truth is, I'm not on the side of the truth being this thing. It's not a me against you thing. It's a me against bullshit thing. That's it.
That's it.
So
that's it. And I'm the same way. And look, and here's again, I'm not a litmus test kind of person. If I have a friend who did one stupid shit that I think he's wrong or she's wrong on, I'm going to let them know, but I'm going to do it in my own way. Why? Because I don't want to burn bridges and stuff like that. Right. So there have been people that, yes, I think that they have made some faux pas, and in some cases, egregious ones. And I have spoken out to various people in private on egregious issues. Just because I don't make it public doesn't mean that I don't necessarily weigh in on certain things. Right. So if you hear me, if you're not hearing me on something, don't assume anything. And I have been very appreciative of the people that have come to me directly as I've asked them to. And I can tell you right now, any one of you that have DM'd me have gotten answers, straight up answers. Every single one of you. I recognize a whole bunch of names out there right now that I can say I damn sure have messaged me that I have responded to, and they've gotten answers. So don't feel like you can't message me, because when I see my name thrown about, and I'm like, I never even talked to that person, or now that's not what I said. It's just weird. It's just weird hearing my name. Just again, I don't listen to 95% of the shit out there, but when somebody shows me a clip and goes, "Hey, this person's talking about you," I'm like, why? I don't know. Why is this person talking about me? I don't get it. I'm not that interesting for some shitlord to talk about me. I'm not. I talk about philosophy.
Tina, I was almost not told about this. No, he called me, and
kidding.
I was talking with someone else when he called me. So and then I call him back, and he's like, yeah. So I was thinking about doing a stream, having some fun and whatever. He's like, what are you doing tonight? He's like, want to do it in a half an hour? And I'm like, okay.
Yeah, literally. She ain't even exaggerating. I was so exhausted today when I got home from work, and I'm like, oh my god, and I'd messaged earlier. I think I was. It was on my break, but I don't remember what time it was. But I asked, do you want to do a fun stream or a serious stream? And people overwhelmingly said fun. And I'm like, okay. So I got home. I'm thinking, oh my god, I if I stream tonight, you know what? It will be fun, but do I have the energy to do so? And I'm like, okay, Erin, do we do this tonight or tomorrow? Will you do this with me? Blah blah blah. And she's like, short notice. Let me get pretty. Yeah, okay. And the only reason she got pretty was she knew Gob Barrett was going to be watching.
But yeah, duh.
Yeah. So she's like, is Gob going to be watching? I said, yeah, Gob's going to be watching. He always watches. So like, oh, I'm going to be a few minutes late.
But let me give you something to watch.
I'm kidding.
I'm
going to go off air for that.
And
that's how rumors get started. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Uni's going to take that one and run with it. You know, it's so funny. It's like, if I even had like 1% of the shit that Uni even said, even I would hate myself. It's like, God, it's like, he literally goes out of his way to get things wrong. That's impressive. When you're a content creator that not only has the inability to get things right, but actually willfully goes out of your way to get things wrong, and you still have subs. What are you gonna? What does that say for YouTube? What is it? This is one of the reasons why I'm backing away, and I'm only going to do my philosophy type streams and shit, because I cannot deal with a YouTube crowd that would listen to somebody like Uni. Those people have got to be dumber than he is, because they know he's lying to them, or most of them. So,
listen, I'm going to be honest with the community here, though. Okay. After watching the clip that I shared in my last Uni video right there at the end, I forget how long it was, but the clip that Claire sent me, and it was Uni Rock, like circa the end 2019. When he was still, like, I don't know, of sane mind or whatever. And he was talking out at Katie. I'm on a mission. I want to meet that Uni. So I'm just saying,
good luck with that.
If I find that Uni, I'm going to talk to that Uni, and I want to meet that Uni. But I just want to let everyone know that's my mission.
Okay. Good luck with that.
A mission. Anyways, it's a mission, I guess.
A calling. Yeah, that's a cult calling. Rose, $10 super sticker. Thank you, Rose, for that $10 super sticker. Very much appreciated. And Tina asks, "Will you explain my name, please?" Tina likes carrying around a switchblade. No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. She's a cosmetician,
dude.
Cosmetologist.
For the longest time, I thought it was like her gangster name or something. I swear to God, I that's for the longest time.
She told me. Because Tina's so hardcore.
I didn't know her.
Gangsta. Ain't nothing gangsta about it. She don't even know rap if it's bitter in the ass. No, but she's a hairstylist. I don't know if she considers herself a cosmetician or what is it? Was it a cosmetician? A cosmetologist? I don't know the difference, but she cuts hair. Who do you think I ask for advice from? Tina. I don't go to Tina to ask for gang advice. I go to ask for hair advice.
I thought she was Annie too for a while.
No.
So, yeah, I did. Yeah.
Oh, you know.
At the very beginning. Yeah.
Do you remember? I swear to God. Do you remember when Katie had said, "Oh, I always knew that Cheshire is behind the Without a Crystal Ball's commentary account," and Steve just admitted it. I'm like, what the fuck are you talking about?
Yeah,
I don't know.
Matt Baer, and
it was everybody, right? I don't know Annie very well. I don't know if that's her real name. I have no idea. That's not the name that I usually had called her, but I know nothing about her except that she's got beef long before I came in the scene. But I sure the hell knew it wasn't Cheshire. Yet it was. Oh, I always knew it was Cheshire. No, you come on. What? Yeah, Mr. Serious is the resident gangsta. But it was cosmetologist. Yeah. It was so funny that people thought that Tina was gangster because of her name. It's like, oh my God, how dumb are people that think that well, I mean, I could kind of see it. Don't get me wrong, but when you're told what it is and you still run the narrative, and anybody who's ever talked to Tina knows she's not going to stab you with scissors. Okay, come on. The worst.
I was picturing like not quite as young, but not like my age either. I was picturing like maybe like a late 27, 28-year-old. So kind of like what is that badass body or Barbie or whatever, the Catch Me Outside girl. Mm-hmm. I was kind of picturing something like that, just older. That's what I was picturing for Tina.
Yeah.
And so this was before she and I ever like had an audio call, mind you. Okay. So,
yeah, she'll just ask if you want a point cut or blunt cut. That's it. That's all. That's So, she has other tattoos. See, I didn't even know that. I mean, I know she had that tattoo on the back of her. I think it's on the back of her neck, isn't it? If I'm not mistaken. Where's that one tattoo? I don't remember. But she says I didn't know she had a tattoo on her middle finger. That I did not know. Annie says, yeah, Keon gave Katie the proof, and no, Annie's not my name. I didn't think so. And I don't just have beef with Katie. Just concerns about her behavior, and only discovered her shortly before I started my account. Yeah, which had nothing to do with me, by the way. Yeah, I mean, I like Without a Crystal Ball's commentary account because I think she's very well documented, and she's always been cordial to me. I know she's messaged me a few times, and I just wasn't in the best of moods, and I do apologize for that. She's always been nice to me, but people think that I had anything to do with that account or Cheshire is just absolutely batshit insane. Yeah, and that's one of the reasons why people want information. Like, oh, Steve has information of who owns that account. No, I don't. I swear to God's my witness. I could tell you jack shit about who that person is on that account. All I know is that they go by the name of Annie, and they have a beef with I don't know, not beef, but they have concerns.
They're very insightful. So I mean,
very smart.
It's not Steve or me or
yeah, exactly. All right, let's kind of wrap this up so you can go do your thing. It's getting late. I want to thank you guys for watching. I am way tired. But I want to thank my members. I want to thank my patrons. The GoFundMe link is still up. It is available now. People said, oh, it's been taken down. No, people have been falsely reporting it. Yes, that is true. But I have worked it out with GoFundMe, so it is back up and running. It should be in the video description. It's not on this one because I did Streamlabs, but go find them in the other ones. If not, I'll put it. Oh, it's on my Twitter. But anyways, guys, go subscribe to EKC People Suck. We'll watch your translations videos or entitlement videos. They are really, really well done.
Thank you.
Seriously, I'm entertained by it, and that's what really only reason I watch YouTube videos. If I'm entertained, when people make a video about me, I am not going to watch it unless it's something that's entertaining. which is very, 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 very few of them. But I do watch your videos. Okay.
Thank you.
So put a shout out to your channel and anything you got coming up, and let's go off air.
I don't have anything that I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, I'll have more videos coming. That's all I know.
She'll do some shit later on. All right. Good night, guys.
Yeah. Good night.